I think it's really important to look at race in television because we can really get a sense of how the country feels about race, how we feel about each other, based on what we enjoy, what were big hits, how TV shows were cast, what kind of stories were told, and that's what we're going to talk about during this presentation. And you know, it may make you uncomfortable at some times. We're going to talk about some rough subjects. We're going to show some pretty stereotypical images. But I think it's all in the service of learning a little bit more about how pop culture works and learning a little bit more about how media works and how race works and how those two things come together in American society. I'm not going to cover every influential TV show, so, you know, I know the Jeffersons are cool. I'm not going to talk about them. I'm sorry. You know, Chappelle's show is cool, too. We'll mention him, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. You know, I may not hit your favorite show, but I do want to talk about some influential points where TV reflected important issues involving race and society. So, first, we're gonna evoke a little Phil Donahue and Oprah. I'm gonna ask you guys a question, and my lovely assistant is gonna run around with a mic and get a couple of answers from you. The first question that I have is, why do we even care about this? Why should we care about the image of people of color on TV and in movies? And who's got an answer for me? We already got hands up. Where's our wireless mic and my lovely assistant? There he is. All right.
Because this is us.
Because this is us. Well, I like that show too, but because I need a little more. This is us. What else? He's way in the back, man. I'm sorry.
Well, it's the window into our lives, and whatever we watch is what we believe.
Whatever we watch is what we believe. That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, because this is the one thing in the country that impacts so many people. Because people watch the TV in a variety of ways, and it really impacts their thinking, their feelings, and some of them aren't quite as intelligent as we are here. Some of them don't maybe have the ability to cut through what they're seeing or what they're hearing and make an impact in another way. So it's a huge influence maker in our country.
Huge influence in our country. Very true, very true. Okay, I'm gonna give you my answers. Those are all good. Mine is that movies and TV teach us how to dream. I am convinced that one reason why we elected a black president in 2008 is because before that, we had seen Morgan Freeman as president in Deep Impact, and we had seen Dennis Haysbert as president in the TV show 24. And both of those, that movie and that TV show was supposedly set at a time that was a little ahead of where the narrative of where we actually were, right? It was supposed to be a little bit in the future. So these filmmakers were saying to people, in the future, that we can imagine we'll have a black president, and before too long, we had one. So it allowed people to vote for a black president and think it could happen, and it allowed young black children to look at a candidate for president and think that maybe that could be them too later, right? So movies and TV teach us how to dream. Also, media teaches us how to react to the other. If you are in a moment where you have to make a split-second decision about whether you're going to apply lethal force or find out more information, the images you have in your head about the person that you're confronting may have a deep impact on which choice you make, right? So these depictions can have very real-world consequences for how much we can dream, who we vote for, what kind of society we have, who rises up, who doesn't, who gets killed, who doesn't, right? So this stuff is kind of important.